Quick sound test. Good morning. Thank you, Benito. All right, ready for another day here as people come on in. Job numbers come out at the bottom of the hour here. Hope everybody's ready for another day. Thursday, Friday, ends the week. For you guys that are just joining, welcome. Hope you all are feeling good. We'll get started in a few minutes, guys. Anybody want to type in the chat just to make sure chat is good to go? A wave of the hand, tip of the cap. All right. Hey, Raul. Good morning, good morning. KM, ASM. Got all my sound down, so let's see what time it is. 28 after. We got a couple minutes here. It's that awkward silence for a few minutes. Just kidding. Hey, Tej. Morning. Okay, hopefully you guys are ready for some Goose games today. Every Thursday morning, that's what I'm trying to do. Get you guys involved. Morning, Benito. All right, we're going to get rolling in a minute. Guys, watch the bottom of the hour. Job reports are out. If you're trading futures or anything like that, just be aware. Here you can see the big drop real quick on NQ. I had a level pre-market I was watching. That's why that alert went off. Good morning, JG. All right, let's get rolling here this morning, guys. It is bottom of the hour. I'm not looking at the job reports because I'm with you guys. So hopefully you guys stay safe during that little time period there. But it's Jason here. I'm one of the pro traders over at TrueTrader.net. Been around the business since the early 90s. Was a former market maker. For you guys that don't know me, I'm called the Goose. You know, been called the Goose for years by my family. So this is what they call me in the chat room as well. I try to keep these to about no longer than 30 minutes. I know I might have gone over a little bit last week just because I had a couple things to discuss. But this week I'm going to do a little bit less chat. I just want to make a couple points at the beginning of this. But first of all, I just want to cover a couple other things. First of all, make sure you guys hit the like button. You know, it helps us with these YouTubes. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys leave some comments if you have any comments that you want to, discuss or talk about. It could be about my list, could be about how the format, whatever it is. Just leave some comments and make sure you guys subscribe. That'll make sure that you don't miss Ricky's gold that he puts out on Sundays at 5 o'clock. Every Sunday he puts it out. And let me tell you something, guys. Like, he goes in some crazy detail. He puts a ton of time into this. So if you guys aren't tuning in, you're really putting a disservice to yourself. So the amount of time that he puts in for you guys to give back. I mean, he does it all day in the True Trader Lounge, giving back and these long threads that, start forming that he's in. He's very involved with helping, whether it's on Twitter or wherever it is. But tune in on Sundays. I mean, he's doing a great job with the community. And Sunday he puts out a really banging report at 5 o'clock every Sunday. So great job with that, Ricky. A couple other things that I want to cover before I get into the disclaimer is actually let me go through the disclaimer first. Let me do the disclaimer, get this out of the way, and then I'll cover a couple things. So, True Trader nor its representatives are not registered as a security broker dealer or investment advisor with the SEC or any state regulatory authorities. We are not licensed nor qualified to provide investment advice. Guys, I'm not a licensed broker anymore. I'm not here to give you investment advice. This is 100% for entertainment purposes only, okay? 100%. So I want to cover a couple quick things. First of all, I just want to clear up a few things that are happening. A little bit more of this is with the True Trader. But regarding the Midweek Watch, I will be putting a pause on the Midweek Watch at the end of February, okay? I for you guys that know me, I've made this pretty open. Some of you guys in the lounge might not know this, but I'm in the process of a move, okay? I'm moving from Florida to Connecticut. I'm taking my family up there. My whole family is up there. My kids are 8 years old, and it's time to make sure they're in a really good school system down here in Florida. I'm not really fond of the school system, so we decided as a family to make a move. There's nothing else more to it, okay? So don't read into it. My plan is to, once I get settled in there, to restart things back up. If I end up having time, maybe it'll be sooner than that, but we'll see. I know I just have a lot on my plate right now with the family and the move, trying to move a family of 5 up north and find a house and sell a house and so forth. So also, I'll be very involved. As you can see, I'm typing into the lounge lately. I'm typing into the pro room. I know that the Goose room ends on this week, I think, or next week and the 18th. So I'll be active in the True Trader rooms. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what it looks like from the outside, shutting down this or delaying this or whatever. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. I love True Trader. I'm part of True Trader. And I love being on voice with you guys in the mornings. So don't from the outside looking in, don't think anything more than it just is what it is. Okay, guys, this is exactly what I'm doing. I got a lot on my plate, and I'm just trying to make sure my time is spent where it needs to be at the moment. Okay, but I'll be 100% with part of True Trader as well as involved. So just want to clear that up and make sure. The only thing I want to talk to you guys about briefly is. Now that I rattled all that off, sorry guys to get into that, especially for you guys that are not on the in True Trader yet. You're going, what is he talking about? But I just want to clear some of that up because some of the optics maybe from the outside looking in might be like, where's Goose going? I'm not going anywhere. But I did want to talk to you guys about one thing, and that's patience. Okay. We have a phenomenal strategy over at True Trader. I'm not going to get into details of the strategy. If you guys are part of True Trader, you know what it is. But I will say this, in that first 10 minutes, obviously there's some emotional moves that we take advantage of. But after that, make sure you guys are being patient. And I see a lot of people like, they'll be asking about levels in the morning and you'll see a stock coming in, it'll be 80, 79 and a half, 79. And every level it hits, it's like, do I start yet? Do I start yet? Do I start yet? And I just want you guys to make sure that you guys are being patient, okay? I can't tell you how many times, especially this week, that I've just waited. And 20 minutes into the market, I've waited for a higher low, or in a lot of shorts I played recently, or a lower high, or pushing up into a level that had huge volume early on in the push, and then the volume kind of dissipates. It makes another little shove into that level, and it's a beautiful short setup, risking those earlier highs. So I just want to make sure you guys are being patient with your trading. Again, it goes back to something I talked about. I think it was maybe a couple weeks ago. And it talked about how we sit at our desk and we feel like as traders, we just need to start mashing buttons. And, I'm a day trader. I got to mash a button. I got to hit something. I mean, it's almost addictive. And I just want to make sure you guys are being very patient, waiting for your setups. You know, if you're a short player or a long player, it doesn't matter. The whole idea is patient, waiting for them, I don't care whether you're trading 5-minute 20s, I don't care whether you're trading VWAP plays, you know, previous close plays, whatever it is, there's a level of patience that you have to have. And you don't need to trade 5 or 6 or 7 different names. I mean, just focus on, you know, the correct setups, okay? So I just want to make sure I mention that about patience. I think it's one of the toughest parts about this business is coming into your desk, you get all riled up, you know, you see what's out there, you see the gap scan, you're like, oh my God, look at all these opportunities. I mean, I'm throwing out 10 opportunities today that I'm going to be watching, and I have alerts set up. And then you got to be patient for them. And, you know, sometimes you get questions, you know, stock just blows through a level that I have on my thing. It's always if then that, you know, type of thing. So you guys always got to know that. I'm not going to be I don't have a blind order out there on some levels. I know that, you know, if some of these really crazy extreme levels, you'll see on the other morning report in the True Trader Pro Room, those make sense. But the ones I'm looking at are a little bit different. They're daily levels that pique my interest, that I'm going to give you guys today that are intriguing to me, that I want to watch how they do. But I will have patience on those levels. I might watch a few candles to see how it acts, see if the buyers are there. But find your niche, whatever it is, and be patient with it, guys, okay? Let's go right into the market commentary for a second. You know, the only thing I just wanted to point out regarding market commentary is, I mean, you can see whether I pull up the SPY or the Qs, both of them have made nice higher lows. You see this consolidation when it bottomed out here, made a nice higher low right above the 200-day and starting to move back up a little bit. Obviously, the ideal thing would be for it to clear the 50-day. This purple line is the 50-day. Make it clear to 50-day, then do the same type of consolidation and off back to new highs. And it's kind of following a pattern that, you know, I've kind of talked about over the last 3-4 weeks. I said it's going to be a pretty, you know, I felt it would be a pretty quick move back up towards, towards highs. Next level is the 50-day. We'll see if I end up being right on it. But so far, so good. I like the consolidation areas. Don't be shocked to see these things, you know, pull back a little bit. I mean, we've had a lot of strength from the lows of the market. I don't think it's going to I don't think we've come back here, but don't be shocked to see if it does a couple more tests as it kind of, you know, grinds its way back up. But we'll see what happens. I like the action in the market lately. I think it's been good. We'll see if it continues on, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that not much on the market commentary. Just want to point out the obvious higher low here. You know, low, higher low right in here, and let's see. And this is the level I would kind of want to see it go gain right here. It's 460 on the SPY. So we'll see. And the Qs look very similar. Just to pull them up real quick. Typed somewhere. I have no idea where I just typed. I feel like I'm talking fast today. Sorry, guys. Let me have water and slow myself down. Am I going too fast or what? Do I sound like an auctioneer? Same thing, though. You see this? You know, lows, higher lows. This is the Qs, NASDAQ. And we'll see what happens, okay? So let's start off with some goose games here. Let me make sure there's nothing to adjust. Let me look. I'm going to pull it up on a different chart because I don't want to give it away. But the first stock we're going to talk about is Disney. Okay, I'm looking for a possible short on Disney. DIS is the symbol. All right, so let's start the goose games. DIS. All right. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this together. Let's look at Disney together. Possible short area for Disney. What do you guys think? Let's see some audience participation today, guys. Let's do it. Javier. Good morning, Javier. I'm a little bit more aggressive on this, by the way. They did have good numbers. So you guys, Tej, you guys are both in the same area there. I'm a little bit more aggressive than you guys. I'll give you a hint for those that haven't typed yet. If you type it in before I... Ooh, you guys are all in the same area, huh? Rob's a little bit closer. I'm a little bit above you, Rob. All right, let's pull it up here. I have on Disney, I have 163.30 written down, okay? And you can see why here. When you draw a line, you can see you got the 126 day. A lot of you guys don't use the 126 day, but there you go, Curly. You're right with me, right? You got the 126 day. You also have what? A previous quarterly and the bottom of this channel, this gap channel right here, okay? So 163, I have 163.30. Good job, Tom, on that. All right, so that's Disney. I'm looking for a possible short at 163.30. Those are the reasons. They did have good numbers. Let's move on to the next one. So Micron, this is a name that I've traded probably half a dozen times over the last week or week and a half. It's been really good to me, this name. I will watch this name again. I'm long bias on the name. I'm looking for a long. It's kind of an aggressive long, but where might I look at Micron for a long, guys? MU. What do you guys think on Micron for a possible long? Where might I look at Micron? I gave you a hint that it's a little bit aggressive, but who? Tom. Can't get better than that. Let me pull it up, guys. Micron. 8860, 8880. I'm with Tom on this, actually right on the nose. Tom, you nailed it right on the nose on Micron. 8810 is what I have written down. That is the previous close right there, as you can see. 8860 is, I think you guys went to the high, right? That 8860, 8880 level. But G2C, exactly right, Rob, on this one. This has been an incredibly strong name over the last couple days. If you guys have watched it, it's had some really great gaps. It cleared this level, these highs from yesterday. You could see this 85 actually got a question on that. Was it a long through that level? Obviously, it was a yes was the answer. But watch it if it pulls back to 8810 for a long. I like this one here. You got a previous quarterly just below that as well from last quarter. But I like this if it pulls back, does a little, and then makes another leg up. I think this is going to head back into this consolidation, Micron, the way it's acting. So watch Micron for a long at 8810. Next one is going to be Uber, UBER. I have a short on Uber written down. Tell me where I'm short in Uber. Uber. Could barely say it. Was that you, Jose, that asked me about that? That was you, I think. You're right, Jose. I told you it was a long. Just kidding, by the way. I did not tell him it was a long. I don't want to take credit where I don't deserve it. Let's talk Uber for a second, guys. There you go. You guys are all on the mark on Uber. A couple of you guys nailed the exact price. 44.60 is what I have written down on Uber, guys. There's a monthly pivot right there and the 200-day. That's also prior resistance if you kind of look right here. So you see that? So watch Uber as it pushes into that 44.60 level. Should be a decent short. That's a monthly pivot and 200-day, okay? That's Uber for a short, 44.60. Next one I'm looking at for a short is going to be SONO, SONO. Anybody on SONO, SONO, for a short? You guys are doing great, by the way. It's almost crazy. You guys are all over it. Let's see some new names pop up in here on some of these. Let's a couple new people that don't like to be that are in the background. Don't be shy to put your levels if you're wrong or not close. It leaves it up for discussion, or it's good that you're just getting involved. Don't be shy. Yeah, there you go, Javier, Tom. Chris, good job. Yep, you guys are all bang on right here, guys. I'll pull up Sono. My notes on Sono are monthly pivot, whole number, and prior resist. And you could also see the post-market action was in the 30 as well, okay? It's right into here, prior resistance. You see all this right here? Okay, you got a monthly pivot right here, as well as you have that whole number. So 30 should be a really good spot. Good job, Rob. Good job, everyone. So 30 is what I have written down for a short on Sono. You guys all nailed that one. Next one is going to be a possible short on iRobot. Let me just double check this one, see where it is pre-market. Ooh, it's so far away. It came in quite a bit, but I'll still tell you the level. Whoops. Let's go back to Sono. I have an alert set on it. iRobot, IRBT. IRBT for a possible short. So it's pretty conservative spot, and seeing it because it's probably come in a couple dollars since I had it up there. It went, just so you know, when I did the report, I think it was closer to 62 and a half or so. So it's coming in a couple bucks, but I still watch this. This is a name. It could happen. See, yeah, I'm a little bit more conservative than that, Javier. I'd probably lower mine down a little bit. I'll look at it live with you guys and see what it looks like. But now you guys are all in the right spot. But since it's come in more, I'll tell you what I had. Daniel, you're where I was, by the way. Daniel's got the spot where I was. Let me pull it up so you guys can look. But iRobot, obviously it's all pre-market stuff, but this is what I had written down on iRobot. Right into this 50-day right here. You can see right back into this consolidation was what I was looking at. iRobot's 67.30. It's the 50-day, and it was at a 50% retrace from the previous close to where it was trading at the time. Still, $12, $6 up, puts us right up in that area still, just so you know. So it's still about a 50% retrace on a Fibonacci. So I'm going to keep my level up at 67. I could see you guys looking at this, where's the 65 area right here, or anywhere in this spot. This 65 area might be a decent spot. You know, seeing it as it's come in, I saw a couple of you guys mention that 65 area, if that's what you're looking at. There's a monthly pivot at 64.75, so that might be a better spot. But I'll watch the 64.75 now, guys, that it's come in a couple extra bucks. But my main spot is up at the 67.30 area, which is that 50-day. Okay, that's iRobot. Let's talk about a name I had to have on my list today. Goose, GOOS. Let's start with a short on GOOS. Anybody for a short on GOOS? Thanks, Jose. I didn't do the fib on that, but I figured it was. I thought it was a little bit above that monthly pivot, still the 50%. But thank you for that. What are you guys thinking for a short on Goose? I'm a little bit more conservative than you guys on Goose, just so you know. So far, the numbers are pretty low on the Goose. I'm up there a little bit higher than you guys. You guys are all lower, so let me pull it up and see what you're looking at and see what I'm looking at. So on Goose for the short, I have a long on this too, but I could just show you the long side, okay? Goose, what I have written down is 34.30 on Goose. Okay, I have it all the way back up to the previous close. Again, this is a name that's continued to come in. When I put this report together, it was at 31 or 31 and a half or something like that. So it's coming an extra couple bucks. So we'll revisit this name again together. But I had the 50-day and that previous close was right up in here. So I wanted to short it. I thought maybe it'd make a little push into it. It's not happening. I think if I were to revisit this and look at it again, I'd probably go back up into this 32.30 if that's what you guys are looking at, this monthly pivot. Okay, so let's look at it and change it. I'm going to actually change this alert to 32.30. I'm going to put a 32.30 on my alert. All right. So I'm going to come down with you guys 32.30 area, see what happens there on a quick push. The ideal spot is in the previous close, but I think 32.30 is a nice spot. Yeah, the long, just so you know, again, it was a little bit higher. I want to see what it does off this 28.10 level, which is this spot, but it's already $1 away. I will watch the action. You guys have seen it before where something is $1 away or whatever. It could be NVIDIA. Remember that one day on NVIDIA, we were $1 away and it had this crazy $10 range. And we were like, well, I still want to watch the action on it. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. I want to watch the action at 28 bucks on this Goose to see if it holds. I think it's a little bit overdone, the GOOS. We'll see what happens. But you got a prior quarterly pivot there. You got prior support. They had bad sales numbers and bad guidance, just so you know. Their sales guidance and their sales numbers were not great. I'm going to go to the store and buy some more Goose. I'll tell you that to help their numbers. All right, let's move on. Moving along to GPN, guys. I have GPN written down. Golf Papa Nancy for a possible long. GPN. Anybody on GPN for a possible long? Remind me at the end if I have time, Nezam. I'll look at GME, but right now I'm in the middle of this. GPN. Nice job, Javier. Nice job, Philip. There you go. Good seeing new names in there. Thank you for participating. Tom, a little bit more. I'm right where all the other guys are right now. Everybody else, Leha, Curly, you guys are all in the same spot as me. GPN, I like this right here. GPN, what I've written down on GPN is you got a 50-day quarterly pivot and a monthly pivot right here. See it, GPN? And that is at 138.50 is what I have written down for a possible long. 138.50 on GPN. I know it's a little bit away. This does have $5 ATR on it. So I like to be prepared just in case. If it does come down to that level, that'd be a sweet level. I know it's far away, guys, but it's something that caught my eye, all right? So GPN, a possible long off 138.50. Good job on that one, guys. The 141 level, I see a few of you guys putting up there. Is that low from right here? Let's see, 141. It's got to be that you guys are looking at this low or so. in that 140, 141 area. I'm assuming I'm assuming that's what you guys are looking at there. I'll stick to my level on GPN. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want to be prepared if you ever get a quick wash on it. Next name I'm going to look at. I had a nice play on this yesterday. I want to watch it again today. Is IIVI. IIVI for a possible short. Okay, thanks, Philip. I didn't see. I only have the my weeklies are only on my 1 and 5 minute charts, not on my dailies. Otherwise, he just gets too clogged up for me. But thank you for that weekly pivot and low. Thank you guys. Good job. So that might be a level there, that 141 on GPN. IIVI for a short, guys. I have 3 more names to go through with you guys as we're coming into the end here. What do you guys think about IIVI for a possible short? This was one I nailed yesterday. It was nice. Just so you know, yesterday for you guys that followed it, the theory of it was what I told you guys this morning. It had huge volume in the morning, pushed up to a certain level. I think it was 69. And then it kind of came into that same level with lighter volume. And my thought was, if it couldn't get through this level, this area, and the whole number 70, on that big volume, what's going to do it now? And I put a nice short on there. I don't remember what price, 69.30 or whatever it was. And it gave a couple bucks, I think. So just to show you how patience does work. You don't need to be the first one in on these names, especially these ones that are ripping. So I just waited for that second level there. Going back to IIVI, let's see. Curly, you nailed it right on the nose. Tyler, right on the nose. Philip, right there as well. Good job, guys. Real good job on IIVI. So I have written down on IIVI, monthly pivot, prior resistance. 73.10 is what I have written down. You can see it right here, right into this level here. Let's see. It had a huge day yesterday. Let's see if it wants to push through yesterday's highs. 73 would be the area. Don't be shocked if it gets up there after yesterday's action. So that's IIVI for a short for me at 73.10. That's what I'll be looking for. 2 more. Next one is going to be PFGC. Paul Frank Golf Charlie. And I have a possible long on PFGC written down. PFGC for a possible long. Anybody on PFGC? Let me get some coffee while I'm typing. So while I'm doing this, guys, if you do have a question on a name, and I'm not going to be able to get to a whole bunch of names today, but if you do have a question on one, make sure you put, can you look at this? I'm thinking along off this level, blah, 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 blah. Don't just be like, look at chart ABCD. That does nothing for me, whether I look at a short, a long, what am I looking at? So give me a little bit to work with here on, what your thought is and what your idea is if you want me to look at a name. All right? PFGC, let's see. Ooh, Tej, you're right on the money. Tyler again. Tyler on the money today. Good job, Tyler. PFGC, let me pull it up. I have a long 48.20. I've written down annual pivot, Fibonacci, good numbers prior day. All right, and what I mean by Fibonacci is if you were to draw where it closed, where it closed this day and this day, kind of in the middle is right here in this annual pivot, 48.20. You could also see it's also at this prior resistance. Previous resistance equals what, guys? New support, okay? Watch that level off that annual pivot. If we get lucky and this comes in today, 48.20 might be a really nice spot. A little bit below that, you have a 200-day and a monthly pivot. So I think it should hold in this area. I'm looking to start to look at it off this annual pivot, which should be nice. And that's PFGC. So 48.20 is the number I've written down. Good job on that. Good job, Jose. Right on the money. Tej, good job. Last one is going to be WDC for a possible long. WDC. You guys are doing amazing, by the way. It's pretty awesome. By the way, I'm thinking about doing these occasionally in the lounge as well. So for you guys that are really loving this and you're part of True Trader, maybe Mondays or Tuesdays, occasionally. It's not going to be an every week thing. I'll do it on either a Zoom or a Squawk Box. For you guys, I know I got some feedback that people really love these Goose games, so it just gives you a good look at new names as well as what I'm looking at and the mentality of it. So let's go, Daniel. Ooh, man, Daniel, money. 5160 weekly pivot ATI. I love Tyler, by the way. Tyler, great job putting why you're looking at the level. Good job, Leha. Same thing. You guys don't have to do that, but that's really good. It shows other people what you're looking at. So good job on that. So WDC, what I have written down is I wrote down prior resist, prior low, closed on highs, continuation. Okay, that's what I've written down on this, okay? This was a hard one for me. So I have written down actually on that 5250, and I put it right at the previous highs here. I know the previous low would make more sense, but I actually put it on these highs, this resistance level, and you can see there's a prior monthly pivot as well there, okay? That's from a few months ago, or a couple months ago. So that, excuse me, 1 second. Losing my voice already. So that's what I'm looking at there. I'm looking at WDC off 52.5. Looking for some continuation. Guys, these are some of my favorite trades, by the way, okay? When you see a stock close on highs, watch for a continuation. Sometimes I'll draw a Fibonacci, like in this case, 53.5. Did anybody answer 53.5? Let me just see. Nope, I don't see any 53.5, but that would also be one. Drawing a fib from the range from the prior day, you could see it lines up. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody had put that. I could see that somebody put the previous lows in there. You guys put that makes sense. But I always look for stocks that were really strong, closed on highs. Now there was some news out today on it. So, God, I want to say it was some sort of contamination or something like that on their product. I gotta go dive into the news a little bit more. But just check news on it. That's why I was a little bit more conservative on that, though. God, I can't believe I'm losing my voice. You guys have any questions? We got a couple minutes left. Any questions or anything else you want me to talk about before I let you guys go? And it was a great job on the Goose games, guys. Super work as always. You guys really kicking ass on this. I'm serious. I'm really impressed. But any questions, I'll leave it open for anything. If you have a stock question, I can pull up a chart real quick. I just don't want to get 100 different Goose. No, you have it on a long, but thoughts on WZC, Javier, 56.54 for a short. Up in this area right here, 56.54, this monthly pivot. Yeah, I mean, back into this level, that could be end up being a short. That might be a nice eye there, Javier, on that. But I was looking at it because it closed on highs. I was just looking to join along on it. So I think that might be the easier trade. Obviously, if it does a quick spike in that level, that might be good as well. Thank you, Raul, for posting that news, by the way. Contamination, there it is. What did I say? Did I say contamination? That's pretty funny. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. Notes on WDC. If exercises like this help build confidence that we know we are doing. Thanks for doing this, Goose. Oh, you guys are welcome. Facebook for a long grand. Yeah, I think, let's call it Meta, right? Meta, Facebook. Let me. I thought I had Disney up there. For Disney, I had the short on there, but yeah, let me look at the long too on this. Just hang on just a sec, because I'm gonna try to cover a couple different folks here, and I only have a couple minutes. So, if I were to trade the long on this, I would just trade off this quarterly, this 221 area, and see if it held again. That's what I'd be looking at, Grant, on that. Not sure what you're looking at. It's gapping down a little bit, but I'd want it to hold this level, this quarterly, and this prior low. That's what I would. That's exactly what I'd be looking for on that one, Grand, for Facebook. Do I think Facebook is oversold? The answer to that is yes, I do. But again, just like all these names, I want to see it not make new lows. It made new lows a couple days ago. That's not consolidation for me. Okay. So I don't want to see something make a new low, the next day make a little pop with the market, and then make another low. So I just want to be careful with that. Okay. Somebody asked me, Jose, thoughts on Disney for a long? Let's flip over to Disney for a sec. Right. Okay, so we're at 157. Yeah, for me, because of this gap right here, I mean, Disney would have to come back into probably, I'd almost look at the 151 or 150 area for a long on that, Jose. There you go, 151 you just put. Okay, that's what I'd be looking at. I'd be looking at 151 or 150 for a long on Disney. I'd probably go half and half if it was me and stop under 150. It wouldn't make sense that it would break that much, but who knows if the market turns on us. Tom Burnett. AFRM has earnings today and had a huge buy up yesterday, but consistently has sell off on earnings. If it pushes up in 89.90, like a good short. Let's look at AFRM. All right, we're at the top of the hour, guys. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to cover here. 89.90. You're way up there, huh? Yeah, that would be nice up into this area here. This 200 that you're talking about. Right in this little pocket. It's worth an eye there. I don't know on AFRM if it gets up there. I almost think like that 95 area is really the spot, and let it push into 95. That's a tough one, Tom, to be honest. AFRM. It might work perfectly. You're good at these things, so see how things play out. But I don't see anything right now on AFRM for me, at least. It does have decent range. That's like $7 range. Yeah. All right. Anything else that I missed? Everybody else is good. I hope you guys are liking this. You guys make sure you guys are liked. Make sure you guys subscribe, by the way. It doesn't take but a click of a button to subscribe. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys leave comments if you have anything. Make sure you guys tune in again on Sundays to Ricky's Prep. He's doing an amazing job. Please tune in for that. And if you guys have any other questions, let me know. That's it for me, guys. It's 9 o'clock. I always say I'd like to keep these to a half hour. So we're at a half hour. I see a couple other symbols come in like Roblox. And sorry about that, Grand. I'll try to get to leave a little bit more time for this exercise, to go through a couple symbols earlier. I played Roblox, by the way, from the long side. I've been playing Roblox, just so you know. I like Roblox from a long perspective. I'll say that, Grand. So I don't know whether you're looking for a long. Again, don't just type symbols, guys. But again, this quarterly pivot, 67, it's already 67.80. I would look either on the lows from the prior day or off this annual pivot down at 62 area on Roblox. But I've been playing the long on Roblox. I like the long thesis on it. All right, guys. Have a great day, guys. Let's trade safe, trade patient. And if you guys haven't tried it, give it a shot over at I know we have a trial period on True Trader. Give it a shot. Try us out. See what you think. Every day we're on voice for the first hour of the market open. I think you'd be really impressed, guys, what we're doing over there. So come join us and check us out and be part of our community. It'd be awesome. And for you guys that are already part of our community, thank you for that. And look forward to seeing you. I'll be on voice this morning for the open. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.